guys, welcome back to the Jammin' Stamper. I am Amber, and today I'm going to show you how to make this lovely thank you card. I don't know about you, but with my business, I feel like I always need thank you cards. So you're probably going to see me making a lot of thank you cards in this channel because I always need them. So we're going to start off, and I'm going to show you. I don't know if you noticed this as well. I always have stuff to make 2 cards. I almost always do. So I have my cardstock cut for 2 cards, and I have the Whisper White cut for 2 cards. I like to always make 2 because I figure when you take an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper and cut it in half to make 2, why not make 2 of the same one? Then if I really like it, I can keep one and use the other one, and then I have the one to remember later that I want to use it again. So I'm going to be showing you, everything's sticking together. I'm going to stamp with this stamp set today, Helping Me Grow. I'm actually using this stamp right here, and then I'm combining thank and you for thank you. You'll be able to see that when we stamp that. It's Helping Me Grow. It's a current Stampin' Up catalog stamp. It's got some big stamps in it, so it's got 2 sheets worth of the stamps in it. So we are going to start actually with Basic Black, the Stampin' Up Basic Black stamp pad. I like that as a base for the flowers. Now, these flowers are really big. I don't know if you can see how big they are. They are bigger than the stamp pad, so I'm going to have to work my way across the stamp to really get it inked up well. Okay. Oh, but I just got my finger too. Look, I got my finger. That's one of the issues I have sometimes. So really ink up that black stamp pad, and then position it in the top left of your screen so you have room, not of your screen, of your cardstock. So you have room to stamp the thank you down at the bottom right. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to stamp these both now so it's done. Just make sure you get equal pressure along the whole thing. You can see I actually have a spot here where I missed a little. So this one, I'm going to take it. Top left, everything is lined up. I'm going to do that just a little bit. There we go. A little extra pressure, and it lined up well. I'm going to clean my stamp pad really quickly so I don't forget, because the Basic Black kind of just, because it's an archival quality stamp, or stamp pad, it's going to stay on there, but it won't hurt it. But I like to clean it right away so there's no extra black remaining. Okay, now I'm going to close my stamp pad so I don't have any more black marks on my fingers. Next we're going to stamp the thank you before we color, and we are using Sweet Sugar Plum. This is actually part of the In Colors, the 2016-2018 Stampin' Up In Colors Sweet Sugar Plum. It's a really pretty set. I love all the colors in it. Okay, so now you can see I've inked up my thank you really well. I'll line it up in my bottom right. And I've said this before and I'll say it again, these don't have to be perfect. These are from the heart. They don't have to be perfect. And thank you again. Okay, now to really quickly walk over and clean my stamp pad, or my stamp again. Okay. Oh, there's still some color around the outside of it, huh? Let's get that nice and clean. Okay. Stamp set is clean. Okay. Now I'm going to do something. I've shown you this technique before. This is how I like to get color around the edges because I don't have sponges. I kind of drag along the edges. You see, it just kind of gives it a little bit of a distressed edge look. Very gently drag along the edges of that Sweet Sugar Plum stamp pad. Okay. Very, very gently. And if it's got some places where it's a little bit bigger, that's fine. Okay. And these don't have to be perfect. See, I kind of covered up the thank you a little bit, but that's okay. It looks okay. Now I'm going to close off my stamp pad. And now we get to color. Okay, I'm going to just color one for you. You don't have to watch me color both of them. Okay, so I'm going to start with my yellows. Everything I want to be yellow. And I'm going to be using Stampin' Up marker So Saffron. This is a current color. that you can still purchase. Okay? So I'm just going to use it's Stampin' Up markers if you've never used them. They have two tips. They have a fine tip, a fine point tip, and then they have the paintbrush tip. For all of these, I'm going to be using the paintbrush tip. So with using the paintbrush tip, the great thing is that it looks like you've watercolored it. So that if you're a little bit outside your lines, if they're not perfect, it doesn't matter. So I'm just going to do those 4. Okay. Next, I'm going to use my rose red Stampin' Up marker, and I'm going to use the paintbrush tip again, and I'm going to paint all these big flowers. And this is what, it gets a little tedious, but it's going to be pretty when we're done. I don't know if you can hear all the fans in the background. It's really hot right now, so we have like 2 standing fans going in our house, and we have our 2 overhead fans going as well. Okay, with this flower, I like to kind of do the middle like this, a little bit darker around the edge, or around the inside. Okay, and then I'm going to line these edges and just start working the rest of it. Like that. See, and I went outside the edge a little, but that's okay because it looks watercolored. It's home colored. So perfection is not always required with hand stamping things. Okay, so now they are colored with my rose red. Now I'm going to do my green. I have Garden Green is my green color, and it's actually running low on ink, so I don't know how well it's going to mark, but that's okay because then it looks more distressed. Okay, we're going to do okay. Let's see what it looks like. By the way, this Whisper White cardstock is cut in 4 by 5 1/4. That's kind of the standard size to use for layering. 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. Okay, see, it's really light, my green, but that's okay. It still looks really pretty. Looks very handmade, very watercolored. Okay, there's that. Okay, now we're going to take our Peekaboo Peach cardstock that has been cut in half, so it is 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, and I'm going to fold it using my Stampin' Up bone folder. Alright, this is where I become a perfectionist. I really like these to be folded perfectly in half, and I don't think I did it there very well. Yeah, it'll do. Okay, now we're going to attach this back piece. And I've told you before, and I'll say it again, I don't have my Stampin' Up adhesive yet. I haven't gotten any of the snail adhesive or the, there's another one, I can't remember what it's called. So I'm just going to use my off-brand until I get it. And then I'm going to line this up right here. And our quick card is done, and I'm going to finish coloring this one, and then I will have 4 thank you cards because I already did 2. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, just leave me a message. You can find me at thejamandStamper.stampinup.net, and you can purchase any of these items you've seen today on that website. I will try to post some item numbers for you if you'd like to purchase specific ones. And if you have any questions, please let me know. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Have a good one.